Recently, somebody did a wedding costing about 20 million, gifted the wife 20 million car, bought a 40 million vehicle. And they are just some junior officers in State House. So it basically means our country that are being taken to the dogs. We as people said, it is good that we've taken up the mantle to reclaim what is rightfully ours. Because if we are not careful, a few years from today, we will not have a country. Now, one of the proposals that I would want to make is corruption has to be fought. Even as we insist Ruto must go, if the by any chance survives this pressure, one of the things that we must insist on is that corruption has to be fought. Some of the people in his government must be able to be axed and must face the wrath. People like Midika Linturi are not fit to hold any leadership position. It's unfortunate that a few weeks back, Ruto himself, marshaled MPs to save Midika Linturi, even after it was evident that he had sold fake fertilizer to farmers. That was a show of middle finger to Kenyans. That mtadu, it was just a mtadu mentality, where we do wrong. And this issue began when he constituted this cabinet, a cabinet made up of thugs, drug dealers, wash people who have cases. But what did they do? One after another, everybody's case was being sanitized. Today, so and so has their corruption case dropped. Tomorrow, so and so corruption case dropped. Yet he is here telling us that, oh, we must live within our means. Oh, I am fighting corruption. It is not just enough to mention it. The conversation next will be he has to show it, both by intent and purpose. We have to feel that if he survives this, that is fighting corruption. Secondly, our doctors have to be paid because healthcare is very important. We're not going to live in a country where systems do not work. We will not be a president who came into office and found systems working, and today the systems in the same country are not working. The number has been scrapped. What has been scrapped? Today is talking of shift that will take 2.5% of people's salary for a health care that you're not even sure about. So the health system has to work. And one of the irreducible minimums is our doctors have to be paid. And the intern doctors have to be employed as a matter of urgency. I know one of the things that they are going to hide behind is that because of the rejection of the finance bill, we cannot hire the doctors or post the intern doctors. And we're going to tell them, I've had 7 years in med school or 6 years in med school. They have woken up early, slept late. They work so hard. They are qualified. They have to be posted. And that is the government has to prioritize that. We'd rather have MPs not paid their salaries or the executive not paid their salaries. Intern doctors have to be posted. So I guess as a way forward, that is one of the reducible minimums. And not only at 70,000 that he was proposing, where take home is 40K. No, they have to be posted at the amount that was in the CBA. And I think as Generation Z, this is a conversation that we can also, on the forefront, we can, so that we have our health workforce, people who can come through for us. Whether when things are tough, we are sure that if we are short at the demonstration sites, we are able to access proper healthcare. Secondly, I would want to propose that if we can have a team of Generation Z who can now sit and thoroughly look at the appropriation bill that has actually been signed today, na signature ingine ina shout kiburi. The signature itself is not even humble. So Ruto must also be told that his signature is really a threat to us. He needs to have a signature that is a bit humble. So, but that is off the cuff. The appropriation bill that has been passed is forwarded to the Treasury to try and come up with measures on where they're going to save the 346 billion. Part of the thing we need to insist on is that the JSS teachers have to be employed on permanent and pensionable basis, irrespective. Let him scrap because one doctor has needed just 4 billion to post interns. That money can be gotten by scrapping the budget of the office of the first lady, the second lady, and the third lady, who is the spouse to the cabinet secretary, and the few offices that are not even legally constituted. And then the JSS teachers are also to be confirmed on a permanent and pensionable basis. Let them have budget cuts, but those are areas that they should not joke around with. Because Ruto is very smart, is going to come and say that since the budget is not allowing, we are not going to employ the JSS teachers on permanent and pensionable basis. But those are young men and women Those are people 25, 30. Those are people whose future is at stake. You cannot, for the third year running, you cannot keep paying them 17 or 12 or 15,000 or whatever amount it is. They have to be confirmed, and the government has to get money to pay them. So when I look at it, then there has to be a team of people who will really query this budget and propose areas of budget cuts. Part of my proposal at our top level is one, the international travel, the budget on international travel needs to be completely scrapped. Let us have a country where we can develop our own country from within. Having people travel with no meaningful purpose should be a thing of the past. A case in point, recently there was a case involving Kenya, the railway, and I think the Kenya Railway, which was being done in London. There were a team of around 5 professionals who are the technocrats who are very key for that particular case. But lo and behold, how many people attended? About 70 people from Kenya attended, representing the government, including the CS Transport Murkomen himself. Murkomen used that time to go and watch Manchester United football match. So it just tells you the excesses in which the government treats on people and treats its finances. So we want to demand of Ruto that the budget cuts, even as he proposes the budget cuts to the ministries that anybody who cares to listen, there are irreducible areas that are not going to be touched. Another thing is the parastatals. Ruto's presidency has really duplicated roles and functions of offices. He has 24 ministers, cabinet secretary, I think 21, 20. He has several people, appointment of cabinet level, people who sit in cabinet, who by law should not even sit in cabinet, including that guy called Malala, who just rides around with a flag and completely arrogantly says, yes, we are appointing authorities. He's a number of advisors who are also handling cabinet levels. He has several high-ranking officers in State House whose role and whose work we do not know today. Like, who can tell me what is the role of Itumbi in State House? What is his rank? What is his title? Which office does he hold? But the guy is ever settled and probably earning hundreds of thousands or even probably millions. So these are the people who he has to come out clearly and either ask them to take a pay cut or do it. That's the office of the head of public service. This is not the head of because keeps employing people every time and again. Somebody's case is dropped today, and Kosgei has already appointed him an advisor in such nonsense position. So there are the details that must also be checked. Like I have information that Kosgei, the Hope's office, head of public service, has employed more than 200 people and earning crazy salaries. That is where wastage of government finances is done. So the budget cuts, we are going to help him and tell him that fine, you are proposing the budget cuts, but please, these are reducible minimum, even though we rejected the finance bill. And as I move to conclude, let us treat each other as Kenyans. Personally, I've had the privilege of not being in Nairobi, of exploring job opportunity outside the country. But Ruto should not take pride in telling people every now and again that he's creating jobs outside there when he was struggling to be the president of Kenya. I'm tempted to ask him to go and be the president in Saudi Arabia. We can even create for him a job and be the president in Germany so that he can also enjoy working abroad. Some of us are out of the country not because we like it, not because we desire it, but because there is just no opportunity. So we need to tell him in clear terms that it is not a privilege, it is not a joy. We do not enjoy working out of the country. We desire to work in our own, desire to develop our own country. So let him not brag and say that he's created jobs for people to be saloonists or to do some funny jobs in the East or people to do some jobs in the West. But let him create those job opportunities in Kenya. We desire a country that will create job opportunities for its citizens in the country. So let him tell us how many jobs is he in the country and not about the created elsewhere. Thank you so much, Kimuzi. And I still insist Ruto must go. And if he cannot go, then he must conform to the desires of this generation. He must act, and he must act very fast. Thank you.